Hey guys, this is my new set. I just kind of wanted an alternative to the green screen I've been using for all these years. I have both sets still set up, so I'll still be using the green screen some too. I'll be using both, but I just kind of wanted I guess a more laid-back type of less weatherman approach to my reviews. So hopefully this will work out. But today I'm going to be talking about Fallen Kingdom. Yeah. Let's get started. So Fallen Kingdom, we see Chris Pratt and Bryce drawn back to the island in order to save the dinosaurs from the impending eruption of a volcano. And, man, where to start with this? You know what, I'm going to do this without spoilers, so I won't talk about anything that isn't in the trailer. Of course, pretty much the whole movie's in the trailer, so there will be some minor spoilers, I guess. I still don't even know where to start with this. Alright, so I guess I'm going to open up this review by saying that Jurassic World is yet another cautionary tale of over-marketing and spoiler-filled trailers. I feel like I saw this trailer 150 plus times since it was released. The trailer was released last year, guys, over 7 months ago. And before every single movie I saw this year, I was visually and auditorily assaulted by the Fallen Kingdom trailer. You know, I used to like the Black Mirror song that's in that trailer, but I don't like it anymore. I hate it now. I can literally recite this stupid Fallen Kingdom trailer by heart at this point. Beyond just being overplayed, there are things in the trailers that straight up tell you what's going to happen in the movie. The scenes in the trailers totally ruin any kind of suspense the movie might have had. This happened with Terminator Genesis a few years back when they showed John Connor as a Terminator in the trailer. That was supposed to be a big reveal in the movie, but they put it in the trailer. You know, I'm just tired of seeing trailers ruin things. Now that that is out of the way, let's start with the characters. Chris Pratt is good in this, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's just a cool guy that you like seeing in movies. He's just fun to watch. However, his character, Owen, hasn't changed much from the first film, Jurassic World, and there is nothing really added to his character in this movie. Bryce Dallas Howard as Claire has changed from the first film, however. She's part of a dinosaur organization, which is kind of completely contrary to her character in the first film, but okay. If it was me and I'd been chased around an island and almost eaten, the moment I left that island, I would never want to deal with anything to do with dinosaurs ever again. I'd be suing InGen and living off the money while continuing to make YouTube videos for fun. But that isn't what Claire does. She becomes a dino activist. Oh well, to each their own. The new characters are terrible. The IT guy named Franklin is just a shrieking, annoying coward that reminded me of the screaming, crying, piss your pants friend of Sam Witwicky in that crappy Transformers 2 movie. This character reminded me of Transformers 2, and I can never forgive Fallen Kingdom for that sin.
Oh God, please, God, please.
Yo, stop bringing up. Stop bringing up.
Shut this guy up, huh? Please, just let me live. Just let me live. Just let me. Just stop shooting. All right, that's it.
There's also a dino vet here who has literally never seen a dinosaur in her life. Let that sink in for a second. Yeah. And just like the IT guy, she is useless. Both the IT guy and the dino vet are annoying, uninteresting, and useless. You could take them out of the plot and it really wouldn't change anything. And the villains are about as detailed as Mario on the NES. There is a dumb hunter guy who is less than a pale imitation of Roland from the Lost World Jurassic Park, which is a far superior movie.
Peter, if you want me to run your little camping trip, there are two conditions. Firstly, I'm in charge, and when I'm not around, Dieter is. All you need to do is sign the checks, tell us we're doing a good job, and open your case of scotch when we have a good day.
Yeah, this hunter has no good lines, not interesting at all. The hunter in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is just a generic gun for hire that wants money and aspires to be a dino dentist. It's important to the plot, believe it or not. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. The guy who hires him is some guy who wants money, and he gets to see even more people who want even more money. So the movie's filled with bad guys who want more money. Essentially, this is Jurassic World, the search for more money. The only character that is even remotely interesting is James Cromwell as Lockwood, who they set up as being partners with John Hammond. Their partnership broke apart before Jurassic Park happened. The reason for which is alluded to and revealed later in the movie. He is kind of a lame stand-in for Hammond, who they probably would have put in this movie if he was still alive. And honestly, the whole thing could have actually worked if they cared about telling an interesting story. They try to put forth some of the philosophical questions that the first Jurassic Park movie laid out, but is promptly dismissed and brushed over. Instead, they have to focus on explosions, fire, dino stampedes, animal rights, and evil money-grubbing humans. It's a real wasted opportunity. You know, speaking of wasted opportunities, how about having Jeff Goldblum back as Dr. Ian Malcolm? That'd be fun, right? Well, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen everything that he contributes to this movie. It's like Ian Malcolm was on an episode of Judge Judy or something, and they use that to narrate things that don't really need to be narrated. The only thing it did was serve to remind me that this movie, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, was already done with Jeff Goldblum, and it's called The Lost World. The Lost World. Fallen Kingdom is The Lost World, but a crappier version. Fallen Kingdom is just a worse, lazier version of The Lost World mixed with a monster movie. So yeah, the movie is split into two parts. Our characters are on the island with the dinosaurs, then they are in a mansion. And that's pretty much it. The island feels like a Jurassic Park film, kind of. Once they leave the island, the movie just tanks. It turns into a monster movie. And in between those two parts is a segue filled with rich people who want to be richer and dino activists because dino activism is a thing, I guess. The soundtrack is nothing like Jurassic Park. The theme is only heard once, I think, and it's modded to hell. I mean, Michael Giacchino did Jurassic World, and he also did this one. And his music does fit this movie well, but the whole point is that the movie doesn't really feel like a Jurassic Park movie in the first place. I really didn't like it. There are so many scenes that are just complete rip-offs of the previous films. It had my eyes rolling. The obligatory looking up at the Brontosaurus scene, the T-Rex roaring at something scene, the Velociraptor coming in at the last minute to save our character scene, Dino Stampede scene. We've seen it all before, and we have seen it done better. Well, I guess I've hammered this movie enough. I do want to talk about some positives here because it's really not all bad. The movie looks really good. Love the use of animatronics in it. Most of the CGI that is used is pretty great. There's a few scenes that look like something out of Transformers, but all in all, it looked really good. I love the direction. There are some really good uses of lighting, and some of the shots add some cool aesthetics to the franchise that we haven't seen before. As I said, Chris Pratt is fun to watch, and I like Bryce Dallas Howard as well. And I guess that's about it. This isn't an awful movie, it just isn't a necessary one. It feels rushed, and in the end, it's pretty much just a setup for the next Jurassic World movie. And if the point of Fallen Kingdom is to get me excited for the next movie, I can't really say it succeeded in doing that. I think the next one will be a better movie, but Forbidden Kingdom is just kind of there. It just sits there. I'd rate the Jurassic movies as follows. Jurassic Park is clearly and obviously the winner. The next one would be The Lost World. It's a fairly worthy sequel to the first one that took it in a different direction. Jurassic World was what I always wanted to see with the park fully functional, so that'd be my third choice. Jurassic Park 3 has this scene.
Alan! Alan!
So yeah, Alan, yeah, in no world can I say that that is better than Forbidden Kingdom. I'd like to say that it is, but it's not. So it's really not the worst, but far from the best. In the end, I'm going to go ahead and give Forbidden Kingdom 5 Goldblums out of 10.